Alright. We're on to, I believe... I believe I wanted to go to the Midwest, but first... Excuse you, I want... I wanted to go and see what stories I haven't collected yet. There we go. There we go. And we got plenty of them. Look at all those stories. Brings a tear to your heart? Yes, they do. Alright. Let's first gather this new story. Hear this story. Break time at the half-finished bridge. They listen to the story about the man whom the witch children transformed into a dog. The dog walked in a car. Yeah, the talking dog. I don't really know what happened with that one. But a lot of these are based off of, like, legitimate folk tales and stories and Legends of America, so we'll have to see. I think... How did I miss you? Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, there was a reason I missed you. Alright. So if that's going to be the case, let's head down Route 30. So we want down Route 30. And keep going until we find what we need. I mean, obviously I realized that... Whoop. Couldn't see... I did not see what the thing was for that one. Oh boy, we got a long time. Let's keep going down here, then. Maybe we'll run into some of my stories being changed next time. Whoops. Ah, God, I did that again. Wait. Do I not have a... Oh, I gotta go to here for the river crossing. Got it. I wish I could just cross on the actual bridges, but... Oh, well. Or just let me swim. Hey, give me, like, a health negative... give me, like, a damage to my health or, like, a damage to my exhaustion levels. Oh, hey, Spokane! I mean, Spokane's there, so let's just clear out Washington real quick. I used to live in Washington, but I never actually went all the way to Spokane. I've heard it's a really cool place. Compared to Seattle area and like the western side of the Cascades, it's supposed to be a lot drier.
Oh God, not another. He meets your eye and shrugs. They're not mine. I'm not a shepherd, I'm a teacher, but they just keep coming. The flash of panic crosses his face. What if they never stop appearing? I'll drown in sheep.
What do you mean appearing?
It started a day ago. I was sitting on a tree stump, musing about my job. I'm stuck where I am, can't get a promotion. Wished I'd chosen a different path. And then, bah! A sheep is munching away next to me. He shrugs.
Bah?
Yes, like that. I looked for a gap in the fence, figured they're from a farm. Nothing. And 3 more appeared while I searched. He sounds desperate. Started yesterday. Now I have 43 sheep. I can't escape. They chase me whenever I try.
Have you tried selling them?
People will think I'm a thief. Wouldn't you ask the provenance of sheep? Wonder why a teacher had some? He looks tired. Perhaps I've lost my mind. Or this is a dream, and you're not here. I'd like to wake up.
I can't remember. Do I have enough of these, or... Let's just go, this is a dream.
Thank God. He sits. Now please, go away. And make them go. I will lie down and wake up. He shuts his eyes. The sheep switch their attention to you. As you walk, they follow, but slide out of existence one by one, with a sound like sighing.
And I move on. Ooh, let's see what story you have for us. Ah, the creepy ghoul man. The group recitation of the man who sought to eradicate every trace of his dead enemy, even his horse. So that's the one of the man hunting his dead enemy's horse. Got it. No way. Tis it's possible to be too skeptical. Yeah. Alright, that turned into that story. Good. I can always use a good story evolution.
Folks wilt out of every car window, smoking cigarettes and jeering at the quiet crowd gathered outside the train. You spot the detectives by their shirts, buttoned so tight the fabric bites into their necks. Seems this ride's been stalled some time now.
Head toward the train.
A passenger leans out of a stairwell. This ain't the station, traveler. This train won't take you nowhere anyhow.
Trouble?
Guy fell out of the car into the wheels.
Ooh.
Folks talking murder, but I've had my heart broken. Probably some drunk took a tumble. The man sighs and fans himself with the checkered tip of his tie.
Disappointed?
Just a little. Used to think rail travel had it all. Damsels tied to tracks, murder mysteries, armed robberies, adventure. The man shakes his head. Mostly, some jobless fella dives into the cow catcher.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, life ain't like the pictures. That's what my pop says. Boy, sure wish somebody would wring his neck. The man drops his tie and glares at you. Say, what's your line of work, friend?
Storyteller, don't you know? Alright, now that we've gotten that one out of the way, let's head back down towards Route 30. Let's keep going. I reset up my mic and did some adjustments on it, so hopefully it sounds good. Actually, I'm going to double-check sound audio again. Yep, should be fine. Might turn down the input capture just a smidge. There we go. I think that works. Anyway, there's someone here to talk to. On the border with Idaho. Come on. Almost there. There we go.
He's sitting by the side of the road on a rough wooden box. One side of it covered in hefty brass latches. Hey, friend. You want to buy, The box buckles underneath him. A dog? There are no air holes on the box, but an acrid chemical smell wafts from it all the same.
That is a strange, very this dog is looking a bit like an octopus to me. Or a squid. Do you have an Eldritch Horror in there? Is Cthulhu in that box? Do you have Cthulhu in a box?
Listen, I'll give it to you for free. He's sweating a little. Something dark and ichorous oozes through the cracks in the box. Just take it. He's a really good boy. He's just not... The box almost throws him off with a sudden jostle. He's just not house-trained is all.
Fine, I'll take it.
You won't regret it, he says, already leaping off the box. You're very slightly relieved to see it has a carry handle on it. In the moment it takes you to get a hold of the box, the man is gone, blowing a cloud of road dust behind him as he hurries away.
Examine the box.
It seems tailor-made to hold whatever's inside it. You give it a gentle tap, and it responds with a violent shake. Fat droplets of glistening black ichor leak from the seam between the lid and the box.
Is this where I roll a sanity check? Let's open it.
You undo one latch, and the other one flies open. All you see emerging from a pool of ichor is a squamous blur, grasping with amorphous appendages as it vanishes into the undergrowth, ululating with a mouthless wild sound all the way.
I'm gonna move on. The box of the strange creature. What an understatement. Alright, let's finish off Alright, let's finish off Oregon by going this way. After I briefly cross into Idaho, because if it's I'm over here... Let's go collect this stuff too, real quick. Boise! We're almost to Boise. What do we got for stories? Policeman in the truck on this corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No, he keeps saying, no way. You listen as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the suicide cult of acid heads led by a charismatic man. I swear this is what happened. It clicks you. It's a strange version of the story of the VW bus parked and empty, but with some bits left out. Oh god. Oh yeah, wait. That's... Wasn't there also, like, a hanged woman in, like, a murdered household? All that was kind of fucky, wasn't it? Let's go over here real quick. Into the mountains. I want to clear out Oregon. I think Oregon was also where I found the guy who gave me that strange liquid, and I'm pretty sure it was just, like, booze or water laced with LSD from the acid, and I got an acid trip or something. Alright, what do you got for me, farm? I thought I saw... Alright.
A bald man in sunglasses stands beside the smoking wreck of a sleek-looking Ford. In the distance, a violet arc of lightning blurs the edges of your vision and illuminates the contents of the trunk. Empty rum bottles, scattered notebooks. You think it's fixable? He inquires, looking from you to the caved-in engine.
Those are some interesting tattoos you have, or you have some very interesting eye shapes. You should probably get that checked out. Do I think the car's fixable? No, I do not.
Shit. It's on my way to write about these unusual ordnance enthusiasts. He gestures toward the lightning. Go on, take something. Can't bring it without a car. Several tabs with garishly painted strawberries are strewn among empty bottles. A revolver lies beneath them.
I'll take the drugs.
The tabs dissolve in your hands. The strawberries lingering a moment longer, suspended in nothing. He shakes his head. They aren't real without a story, he says. But neither are we. He gestures to a battered tarot deck beneath a rum-spattered notebook. This is yours now.
I take the deck.
The cards feel warm in your hands. Clubs, spades, hearts flash in his eyes. And then wands, swords, cups. And then the hidden suits, clocks, keys, birds, bones. We come back different, he says, and taps the stretched hollow of his wrist, where a pulse should be.
Okay, the dissolute writer looking for a story, so he's kind of like me in some respects. Yeah, I can push in. So I think what I'm gonna do here is push through Oregon, clear out Nevada, go back up, back up through Utah, through to Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, through clear this up in there, clear out this area, clear out the entirety of. I'm gonna try to clear out the entirety of the Pacific Northwest if I can. So the next one of you stories would be to the south here. There you are, behind that mountain. You can't fool me. Come on. There we go. There we go. And voila.
In the morning, migrants line the street in an obedient queue. Heads down, stomachs grumbling. Every couple minutes, the line lurches forward like the yank of a chain. They're waiting to get into a warehouse. You can't tell why or what's inside.
Maybe work, but everyone seems to be having the same color hats. Get in line.
Time passes.
Stay in line.
Time passes.
Stay in line.
Time passes. Time passes. Finally, you're ushered inside. The calf's been dumped on the dirt floor, its exposed flank picked apart to the bone. There's a slit running down its stomach, spilling sand instead of blood. A butcher in a muddy smock stands over the cow with a knife, gesturing at you to choose a cut.
Oh, it's veal, but it's also mysterious magic veal that makes sand. I guess I'll take some.
You eat for the day. You've had better.
Oh, okay. At least I didn't like keep that health loss. That would have been annoying. But there you are. I like this instrumental version of Vagrant Song. It's really nice and chill. Your story will be mine, good sir.
The lawmen stream past, fired up and in pursuit. It's a miracle they don't run down the man in the red coat. Amid the chaos of horses' legs and swirling dust, he turns to you and grins. But when the last rider passes, the crouching man is gone.
Very strange.
You turn to leave, but a voice interrupts you. Aren't you the least bit curious what I was up to? He sits atop a fence post behind you, tapping his heels against it. His crimson coat is untouched by the dust.
Play along.
Their quarry earned a favor from me. He empties a handful of bullets onto the ground. They'll find her a little harder to hit without these. He flashes rot-worn teeth. You could earn a favor too. He grabs some bullets. Shell game? See if you can best me.
I think I'm talking to the devil right now. Alright, let's go.
He slides from the post and sets up the game. 3 cups, 2 bullets. His movements are exaggerated, taking care to demonstrate that he's making no sleight of hand. Ready?
Ready, the man.
The cups move like lightning. The man is more readable. You manage 3 correct guesses. On the 4th, you catch him palming the bullets. He grins. Sometimes you have to make your own luck. He presses a bullet into your palm. Maybe this will make some for you.
Okay, the trickster. So he's a trickster, not the devil. You could have fooled me. Alright, we're almost done. So Idaho, over here. Am I low on anything? Am I low on anything? Nope, so I don't need to talk with that, because it's not for that. Oh, back into the southwest. Which means I want to get... There's a story right there. Wait, there should be a... Anna, I'll come back and get it at a later date. He's so tired. Oh, come on. There we go. Back to this music. Oops. That shouldn't be... I thought that shouldn't have been the pause menu. That should have been the map. Huh. I have to go down towards where that lady is anyway at some point, so... I don't have to talk with her, though. I'm probably not gonna. Well, you know what? She'll spread stories around, so... it might be worth it to talk to her just to get a couple more stories spreading around. Going to Reno, baby.
Are they all here for the bar, or did any come to hear me? He turns and starts, but recovers swiftly. Thought you were the manager. He laughs. Not here for an autograph, are you? No, of course not. Did you hear me sing?
Yes.
I suspect you're just being kind. He sighs. I'm a good singer. I packed larger joints. Only the drinkers come here now. They don't give a damn about me. He smiles. It is false, but still warm. Why are you here?
Just passing through.
A traveler? I used to be one. Was singing my way to New York. Got trapped here. Didn't feel like a trap at first. He grabs the glass, swigs, winces. It's love, of course, or used to be. Can you hate the person you love? Truly hate them?
Yes.
He sighs. The fiancé doesn't trust me. Singers are fickle. You'll fall for another. So I stay and my music dies. A glinting track on his face. The path of a tear. The person you love doesn't trust you. No point in proving him wrong. My place, you'd leave. Wouldn't you?
I'd leave.
Saying what I want to hear or the truth? He laughs. Not that it matters. If I stay, I got no future either way. So I need to leave. Damn this town. Damn what she thinks of me. Damn her.
Move on. The singer fading into obscurity. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. There we go. Let's get these stories out of the way. And then go talk to the hippie.
You walk along the tracks for an hour, toward the smell of the coal baking in the sun. The train is idling at the station, sputtering, exhausted. A child paces up and down the line of black carriages, clutching a bundle of rags to her chest. She cranes her neck, figuring the height of the cars.
Sit and watch.
After a while, the child takes a few steps back from the train and throws her parcel in the air. The package lands atop a pile of coal, but as it tumbles, its contents come unspooled from the linen wrappings. You don't forget it, even after the train carries it away. That little face, not crying.
Huh. Interesting. A small corpse on a coal train. Oh, that's, oh no. Oh, no. That's unfortunate.
The sounds and smells of Runciter's circus assault you as you step through the awning. A paunchy man in a green bowler hat rushes over and grabs you by the arm.
Finally! I'm John Runciter. I expected detectives an hour ago.
I'm not...
Muckaboy found it this morning. Through here. He steers you off the concourse into a white tent that stinks of piss and wet fur. Two banks of dirty cages crowd the space. Runciter points to one at the end.
There.
A scrap of tape above the cage reads, Sitka.
Look into the cage. Also, Sitka is a town in a region, an area in Alaska, so I'm curious what this is going to be.
The tiger is dead. There are no marks or wounds on its body, but a thick white foam coats its mouth.
You see?
He says.
Somebody's trying to ruin me.
Over his shoulder, you see a figure skulking at the entrance. They disappear from view as you look up.
I guess I'm going to be a detective now. Who would have thunk? Let's investigate the tent.
The tent is a mess. Dozens of people and animals must pass through here. You catch sight of a plastic container lodged behind the bank of cages. It's unlabeled.
What's this?
He grunts.
Fire breathers use it as part of their routine. It's a mix of alcohol and, something. Safe, unless you swallow it. You think...
He turns as two police officers enter the tent.
Mr. Runsiter, we got your call.
His head snaps back to you.
Okay, this is on you, Mr. Runsiter, because you fucking just assumed I was a cop and then didn't give me time to explain. I can explain.
Runsiter steps toward you, balling a fist. He nods at the cage.
You did this, didn't you?
No! I'm trying to help your ass!
Hey!
Runsiter yells as you push past him.
I catch you near my animals again, I'll put you in a cage and let Sitka's mate have a turn with you.
Oh boy, the poison tiger at Runsiter's circus. These fellows are lounging in the front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hey, one calls, waving to you. Rick was telling us the story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you the story about the wish-granting devil that haunts the dark of the city streets. You realize it's the story of the spirit in the alleys, the one that kissed me without my consent, but changed in a few major ways. It's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real. It's not bullshit. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. Neat. Alright, so next is let's get some stories in the rotation that are still needing to be wakened up. So let's get the singer fading in obscurity. The Gaunt Shepherd in the southwest. The Shady... The trickster and emptied bullets from Lawman's guns in the northwest. There we go. You're all kind of good. Say chickens from the stew pot. Evolve that. Oh, I can't evolve that. Okay. The suicide cult of acid heads. Evolving into the clownish corpse who claimed he'd live forever near Shiprock. Oh yeah, that was fucking weird. Everything in this game is fucking weird, though. The woman who drowned her children down near San Diego. The bear that preys on travelers in the Northwest. Let's talk about the bear. Or... Oh god, I got a lot of these. The dissolute writer looking for a story in the Northwest. I got a lot of the, whatever these are, so I should probably start getting a few others in the in other things when I get an opportunity. Okay, the devil leads... Do I have any more in this one? I can do. Okay. Let's do the poison tiger at Runster's circus. There we go. I'm over halfway done with the stories, too. Neato. Alright, hippie lady. Let's have a chat. Her name was Rose, that's what it was.
Hey, it's you again. I'm glad to see you, stranger. I could tell you were digging my stories last time. And I was digging yours. What have you seen since we last met? I've just been rolling around. Still got plenty of stories about the old days to tell you, if you want to hear them.
Oh, that's a bug. That's not the correct words.
So, got any good, hopeful stories?
Good, hopeful stories, eh? The dissolute writer looking for a story in the Northwest.
What, you think that's cool? Sounds more like you made it up. Death. My brother died. They didn't even tell me. I read in the newspaper. He got blown up by a Viet Cong mine, it said.
Ooh, yeah. That was pretty common from what I heard.
You know, I'd love to hear a really good
scary story. Well, this time, the story of the singer fading into obscurity in the Southwest.
Come on, don't be a drag. That's not true. The future. I used to think it was all so clear, so inevitable. It was the dawning of a new age, remember that? Harmony and understanding. Wasn't that easy, huh? So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
One sec. Alright. Let's see. Ghost stories she wants. And ghost stories I shall not give her. Let's go. Actually, I kind of like that one about Joe the Pullman porter. Not a ghost story, but... Or is it?
Oh, come on. That shit's so fake. My travels. Well, I've been on the road a while now, but I didn't get to travel as a kid. Not really. We moved a bit when my dad was in the army, but all base towns are pretty much the same.
As someone who... Well, I was never, like, full military, but we were civilians who worked for the military, and so I was... my mom worked on a lot of military bases, and yeah, they're pretty much all the same.
The first time I left was to go to the Hague. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Anything scary or weird? How about... No, that's too... That is actually scary. Strange creature... Man who made molasses near Savannah. Just to cover my bases.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell me that fake happy stuff. Oof, really drives me nuts. Joys I had. Well, I loved being a kid. Of course, I didn't know that at the time. Who does? I thought a scraped knee or ripped doll was the end of the world. But looking back, those were the days. You know, I'd love to hear a really good
scary story, which I will then proceed to give you the story of the astronomer in the desert somewhere.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell
Happy
me
stuff.
my past. Well, my parents didn't abuse me or anything. We just disagreed. They still do. I mean, I assume. Well, there it is. And I feel like I've been doing all the talking. But the sun's coming up soon, so I gotta get ready to go. Heard some interesting stuff about a group of folks getting by up this way. And where are you going? What's your deal, Seeker? What's the future hold for you?
You just keep going to the same areas where all the other stories are, I think. Oh, I have her chapter 2? Rose's Oh, and I got another story. Nice. I didn't realize that I already got to her chapter 2. I'm kind of surprised about that. So she has a story down there, and then we would move back up through here, up through there, then probably go through, get all of Montana out of the way, then head back down through Wyoming to Colorado, cross here, go up this way, through there, all the cities, all that junk. Up through there. Yep, we're running out of stuff. Kinda. We've still got a lot of stuff, but feels like we're running out of stuff. Right. Story evolved. Let's see what it says. Then a whole shade, 3 kids chatting. A story about the beautiful interracial wedding that's unaffected by evil plus 2. Evil plus 2. Oh no, with the relatives instantly tell he's a new version of the tale of the foreign wedding with the gossiping relatives plus 2, but with new exciting stories to tell. I was like, well, what? That's bizarre. That is a weird like, glitch to have in the game. Like, it's really funny. Really funny, though, not gonna lie. But anyway, let's keep heading. I think this is south. California, yeah, so we're heading south. My character is kind of tired. Oops. Every time I look away from the screen for even half a second to check on something, Gotta keep focused. Honestly, like, I'm really enjoying the story and the art and the design of this game, and there's some cool stuff with it, but the gameplay is definitely pretty lackluster. Kind of boring. But I'm really invested in, like, checking out all these stories and hearing all this stuff. Oh, we going to Vegas? Vegas, baby! Las Vegas! I was wondering if we're gonna come here. Alright. I had not meant to actually have Rose's story expand, but I guess I get her story. Hear a story. Tiny Motormouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside. Boy listens raptly about the drug-addled writer who survives on stories. You try to hide your surprise. It's the story of the dissolute writer looking for a story. Yep. Excellent. Good. Feed all my stories.
As you approach the farmhouse, a flock of crows lands in the field ahead. A wave of anguish washes over you, and when the world snaps back into focus, a man stands amongst the crows. Death has come to this place, he says.
All right, Mr. Crow Birdman. Who are you?
I am here for the deceased. As he speaks, two crows fly out from the farmhouse towards him, each carrying a large rectangle of colorful cloth. Poor boys came out here to have some last peace.
I already have way too many of these, so I need to stop picking that option. But he's probably is a psychopomp, one of the people that lead the dead to the afterlife. Who died?
The two boys who lived there, lovers who lived as they died. Too young, with the world turned away from them. Finally taken by the illnesses they could not fight. He takes a cloth from the birds, panels like tapestries, names stitched into them.
What's this cloth?
He holds them up. Their names, the stories of their lives told by those who loved them, to be added to the quilt of all the others. Thousands, to remember the tragedy, the terror, the grief. The entire generation we lost.
Yeah, this would be... I'm guessing this is technically after World War I, where, yeah, an entire generation of young men were just gone in, like, 4 years because of how horrible that war was. And then World War II happened, and that made it even worse. To a better future.
The man nods. Only by knowing our history, our stories, and why they were allowed to happen, can we strive forward to a better tomorrow. Then, he bursts into 100 crows and flies away into the dusk.
Move on. The Crowman holding on for a better tomorrow. Hold on, my man, hold on. And I'm going to Vegas. This young city is packed with folks heading out for work at Boulder Dam. It's also packed with, well, vice. Been a while since you've seen so many people having a good time. Train store. Casino bar vodka, root beer, a Reuben, or a glass of wine. Nice. But, let's go exploring.
The neon-gilded main streets thronged with revelers. He passed beneath a glittering marquee onto a dazzling casino floor. A croupier stands behind a red and black wheel, wearing a spotless suit and an easy smile. He winks as you approach.
Care to place a bet?
Sure, why not? Gambling hasn't gotten me in any problems in this game so far.
He grins at you, snag-toothed smile.
Black or red then, stranger? Outside bet. Even odds.
He spreads his hands, the ball pinched between forefinger and thumb.
Red.
Nothing but the tick-clack of wood as the ball jumps from red to black and back again. It comes to rest on black.
Sorry, stranger.
The croupier grins. Sometimes it breaks that way. The pair steps up to take your place. All on black.
Move on. The eager gamblers in Las Vegas. Yep. City of Vice. Earn money. On our streets looking for work. Look for work. Digging holes. Not that you had much in mind, but damn, they're digging a lot of holes in this park. Foreman assigns you. What's this about? Nobody wants to say. A young woman says, Dean Bobber, what is she saying? Something like that. I do remember I already heard that one before, so. Alright, so. Let's review some of the stories we have done. Interracial couple. For Chinese chef who amazed some miners with a meal of garbage near Portland. Man whose swamp jumped into the ocean. I could put him with Rose's search. Let's hear her own story. That'd be really funny if we had to resort to that at some point. Alright, lots of stories here for me to figure out. Gunshot man outside the saloon near Shiprock. Streets of DC. Crowman holding on for a better future in Las Vegas. Near Las Vegas. You know what? Actually, Rose, I don't want to risk, like, getting you too far ahead in your story. So, let's cut through Utah to Salt Lake City. At least I think that's... Was that Salt? I can't remember. Does that represent an actual city, or... I think they do. Story, city... Well, I guess it's just because you can't see between all these different symbols on here, but there's a city there, so... Is there anything I left out in Arizona? No. Nothing in New Mexico. Alright, what I'll do is I'll cut through Nevada. I'm gonna cut through Utah, then back in through Nevada, so... So I want to go... That's California, so... This way I want to go. Yeah, it's gonna cut me briefly through Arizona, I think. And we can... Yeah, let's go through Utah real quick. There we go. And I'm gonna be bummed when I'm out of stories, because then I actually have to progress the plot, and I'm not gonna find a bunch of these weird-ass stories around. But it will be fun to finally get start to get all the evolutions of these stories. But my question is, do I have to tell them again for them to keep evolving, or once I get them spreading around, is that gonna cause them to just start, like, spreading like wildfire? I actually don't know. Check out.
Want your picture taken? The man's smile is eager. His teeth are sharp. His companion glances up sharply. I told you, I don't like it. No more till we know it's safe.
That's what the problem is.
The second man spits his words out. We're killing people. We take their damn picture. A few weeks later, a newspaper wants it, and it's always a fucking obituary. The sharp-toothed man shrugs. Traveling alone is dangerous. Not our fault. So, want a photograph?
You know what? I'm gonna offer to take their photo.
Neither responds immediately. The sullen man barks a laugh. Not so sure now, are you? It's your damn camera. Fuck it, I'm no coward. You get in the photograph, so will I. His goad works. His sharp-toothed companion jerks his chin up and strides in front of the lens.
Trigger the shutter.
The men rush to their darkroom. They're out barely 20 minutes later. Neither looks happy. The sharp-toothed man thrusts the picture at you.
Doesn't make sense. Must be broken.
His image is sharp, in perfect focus. His companion appears only as a blur.
And I'm gonna move on from that. Who is going? So his companion is gonna die, or is it? No, the Sharptooth companion's gonna die. Would make the most sense if it's the one in focus. Unless I completely misread how that's supposed to go. Salt Lake City! We're in Mormon country now, boys. And girls. Pop up to BYU, say hi to Brandon Sanderson.
His eyes light up when he sees you.
Excellent. I'm short for the morning edition. Fancy giving a quick interview? People around here are always keen to hear from outsiders. Plus, there's a fee in it for you.
Sure.
The man throws you a few soft questions and scribbles shorthand into his notepad.
That's great. Let me get it typed up.
He disappears into the back. He left today's paper on his desk, but it looks off somehow. You struggle to make out the words.
Examine the paper.
Instead of letters, the paper's printed with curved symbols and sharp glyphs. The layout and photos are normal, but the text is wrong. A lap of the room reveals the same. Papers, notes, even desk calendars are gibberish. The journalist returns and stops dead.
What language is this, and have you heard of an academy called Miskatonic?
He rushes forward and catches you by the wrist, pulling you towards the door.
It's not for you.
He thrusts a coin into your hand.
You need to leave.
The centers of his eyes bear two matching glyphs. He slams the door behind you. The sign above the door is written in those glyphs. Was it English before? Every street sign and business name bears the same incomprehensible symbols. The townsfolk watch you go. Their eyes each carry their own symbol.
You know, I should have realized Salt Lake City was gonna be fucking weird.